A lot of people ask, do I really need a cannabis-specific attorney or a cannabis-specific CPA? And the answer is, if you have a cannabis business, yes, absolutely. There are very unique issues that this industry faces. It is a highly regulated, federally illegal industry. And, for everything we do, from an operating agreement to a lease, most commercial leases say that the tenant can't violate any law or they'll be in default of the lease. And I've seen leases like that for cannabis businesses. Well, I guess the client's immediately in default. And so it's things like that jump to our attention, where we're going to modify the definition of applicable law to exclude federal law related to the status of marijuana under the Controlled Substances Act. Similarly, licensing and compliance issues. You need to, while our agreements for a transaction, for example, an asset purchase agreement might not look all that different from one for a non-cannabis business, there are some really key differences. We need to wait for OLCC approval to close. And you're going to have that in most states. You need the regulators to approve the transaction. You need to comply with licensing requirements. If you have a business, a cannabis business, and one of your partners, say, is arrested and charged with a felony that makes them ineligible to hold an interest in a licensed entity in your state, does your business's governing document or governing documents allow you to remove them from the company? And if so, what does that look like? And was it drafted to minimize the risk that you now end up in a dispute with that owner? And so there are a lot of things that really are unique to this industry. Additionally, in a lot of states, including Oregon, there is a lot of unwritten policy that the OLCC, for example, in Oregon, follows. And if you don't work with the agency regularly, you simply are not going to know those policies. You're not going to know who to call when there's an issue. Just as a cannabis business should not use a CPA that doesn't specialize in the industry because of 280E implications, a cannabis business really should have a cannabis-specific business law attorney to work with.